All right, folks, we are back. Big Rob, we are back for another episode. How we doing?
Good. How about yourself, Tom?
Good, man. Another gorgeous day.
Another gorgeous day. Yep.
I'm starting to love this weather, man. I'm leaning more towards. I've always kind of been like a end of the summer, fall guy. I think I might just be a fall guy now.
There's no better. I mean, that's big guy weather. Give me that all day. Give me low 70s. Like in the morning this morning was perfect. It was awesome.
Perfect. I mean, what I just said doesn't make a whole lot of sense because it is kind of the end of summer.
Yeah.
But to your point is what I'm talking about. Like I came out this morning, cut the grass, threw on the sprinkler. Like I wasn't sweating, balls, and like you don't have
making soup, man.
Yeah, right. You don't have that super humid, sticky feeling. Give me this weather all year round, no matter what. How you doing?
Good. Got out to play Heritage Bluffs last Thursday, so that was nice. Enjoyed it. Course was in good condition. Played golden hour, so you could see a little bit of the beat up greens, but I mean, there's not much other to say about that. It's just I love the layout of that course. It was great. It was a lot of fun. The clubhouse is ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Haven't been there obviously since it opened, so it was a fun round of golf. It was a little bit of wind, but like I said, I just love how that course plays. So
yeah, I was excited for you to get back to your one and only.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, I think at the end of the day, any course you play at night, you're going to see the greens beat up a little bit. But as far as the rest of the course condition wise, fairways were great. Rough was perfect. Found a lot of that. But I mean, it's just a fun routing course to play.
Except for they ran out of hot dogs for you.
Yeah. Sorry, that's the garbage truck. Yeah, we got done with the round. Vince is like, "You want to do hot dog review?" I said, "Yeah, let's do it at the new clubhouse. It'd be great." So we walk up there, and they were completely out of food. I mean, it just caught me completely off guard. I was like, "Holy crap!" Vince wasn't too happy. He was all excited to do it. The girl was, very nice about it. There's nothing she can do. She's probably in high school or whatever,
right? College,
but no food at all, especially for a new clubhouse like that. That just blew me away.
I was just gonna say, what a tough scene for Bowes Creek. I mean, you can't
Heritage Bluffs
or Heritage Bluffs. You can't advertise a new clubhouse and want people to come there and hang out and not have food past 6:30. You were done?
Yeah, I think we got done. Almost closer to 7. I mean, it was a quick round. We flew, to be honest with you. It was awesome. We hopped some people, got paired up with it. Some people in the beginning went ahead. But yeah, the clubhouse in general was like, holy shit, that bar opened up and
super nice.
Even the patio with the tables, I was like, man, this is really nice. So to not have any food to sit there and have dinner, enjoy it was, a little disappointing.
Yeah. That's unfortunate to hear, but I'm glad you got back out there. I was kind of worried sick that you weren't going to get that round in.
I was, especially after missing or getting rained out at Cactigny. Like I was, we wanted to get this round in. And like I said, we always talk about Heritage Bluffs, and it was, the golden hour was perfect. Wasn't too hot. Wasn't, it was just a nice sunset. Nice way to end the golf. So how about yourself?
I hear that. I got out to Harborside and played my open round on Starboard course. And I'll tell you what, Rob, it's probably, if not the most frustrating round I've had in the last 3 years. It's up there. Nothing went right starting on the first hole. Put it to you this way. So did I play bad in general? Yeah. I was over the top all day. I was just slicing balls. Anyways, the course conditions at Harborside were abysmal. Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. Fairways were okay. Greens were a little chewed up. Rough was banana land. They literally should have put stakes out along the rough and just played lateral hazard, because it was every bit of 8 to 10 inches. If you were a foot off the rough, you spent, way too much time. We spent way too much time looking for balls. And majority
Sure.
majority of my balls. And then, outside of the rough, then you have all this super thick fescue that's like super overgrown at this point. So if your ball goes in there, there's no point of even looking for your ball.
So did you say how long the round took you?
I mean, if I had to guess, it was probably a little over 5 and some change.
Oh God.
It was brutal, man. But going back, I mean, it wasn't the course. The course was in rough shape, and I get it. Like we had all that rain the week prior, but nothing was really cut. I don't know. I think Harborside's kind of it's gone downhill. It was just sad to see, but then again, my game stunk, so it probably took a 10 on. I think what is that, like 14 or 13, the par 5.
Really?
10. Yeah, I hit 2 T-balls into the shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, I hit my first one into the shit. And I hit a provisional. That one into the shit. I'm like, all right, well, the provisional looked better than the first one. So hoping I could find that. Couldn't find either one. Had to drive back to the tee. Repeat. And then the next hole, that par 3, I took an 8. I had 18 strokes within 2 holes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was at that point. I was just laughing. Luckily, I had some high noons in the car. Kind of just laugh it off. At a point, there's just no point of kind of letting that hang on and carry you throughout the day. So
sure.
And I was playing with a couple guys from the CGT, the Panetta brothers, who I've played with before. Jake, I've played with before, not Alex. Alex is a stick.
Okay.
They're both sticks, and then Cade Cummins couldn't have been a nicer guy. He's a good player as well. So, I mean, I can only imagine. Oh, I've played with Jake, and I think the last time I played with Jake, I played pretty well at Ravislow. But, I can only imagine what Cade and Alex were thinking. They could probably tell I was just having a rough day. I mean, everything I was hitting was pretty much like a lost ball. Every other ball, I lost so many balls.
How was the wind out there?
It was brutal. It was 3-club win.
Yeah. Oh,
it was a 3-club win. Rough was sky high. Pace stunk. It was just a rough round, man. I left there like exhausted.
Mentally and physically?
Yeah, I feel like I got in a dogfight. But that round's in the rear view. We're looking forward to event 9 here. So
you guys are finishing up event 9. You got event 10 next.
Or event 10 at Cog Hill.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the only thing I'm worried about. And I like Harborside too. I usually play pretty well there.
Mm-hmm.
The wind was that's another thing too. That's going back to the whole links thing. That's probably mainly why I've never liked links golf. I just can't stand that amount of wind. I just don't think it's very fun. But anyhow, nonetheless, we had a good time. I think Alex played pretty well.
Okay.
I think everybody else was probably like high, maybe, I don't even know about high 70s, maybe low 80s.
Okay.
I fired at 95, bro. CDJ.
I mean,
CDJ asked me if are you sure you want to post this?
I was just going to ask you, did you get the old error message from the app?
Oh yeah. And just as I was starting to trend back down after a couple, rounds in the 70s, then I just got back, brought back to reality. Shit happens, it is.
Sure.
What it is. But
I mean, that's the game of golf.
Yeah, it was so bad. Moving on though, did you catch any of the FedEx?
I caught most of it on Sunday. Like the most I watched was on Sunday afternoon. I didn't really, JJ Spawn didn't really do anything for me on Saturday, so I kind of lost a little interest, did some work around the house, headed on Thursday, Friday as usual. But yeah, I really paid attention to it on Sunday. Just to see Willie, how he started off, was a birdie the first 3 holes, was like, holy shit, type deal thing. But yeah, it was, I mean, what would you have done? Would you have tried it if how can I put this? What on the final playoff hole? What would you have done? Would you have done what Will did and go back to the drop area, or would you tried it?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say just because you don't really know the lie. But you figure if you get it out of there, right?
Yeah,
you're hoping you're at least somewhere on the green,
sure,
within 10 feet.
right.
And then I would argue, going back to the drop zone, to put it with inside 10 feet is, I don't know if that's standard. I would say anywhere from like 12 to 15 is probably standard. So it's a tough call. It's a coin flip, but I think it ultimately depends on the lie. And it kind of looked like the edge of the grass was just hanging over like his ball. I don't think he could have got it up. So it's probably the smart move.
Yeah.
But I mean, as a hack amateur, I would have tried it.
You're right. Yeah. No. Oh, it was just funny because the text messages in the group started going like, "Oh, you could have done a 4 from there." And I'm like, to be honest with you, I'm pretty sure it would have hit that, grass barrier and bounced back. I mean, maybe try the putter type deal thing where it's the toe it, but I mean, the whole playoff in general was very entertaining. It's like
crazy.
Staka, how did both his tee shots make it over that water? I thought for sure they were both going in the first 2 holes. It was nuts.
Yeah. I only caught like so I caught 18 and on. I got to work, saw Twitter, threw it on. So I caught like all of the absolute best parts. That's all I saw, but it was bananas. I mean, Willie just coming down the stretch with his putter alone is crazy. I mean,
it looked better. I mean, it didn't look like he was doing that figure 8 thing on the way back. So
but I'm just saying he had 2 or 3 must makes.
18.
Yeah, just super clutch. And then obviously in the playoff, he finally got it done. Super cool to see him, win his first tournament. And then, kind of all the feelings that come along with that. It was only a matter of time. And I think he's probably going to win a lot more. So,
well, yeah, I mean, his new caddy definitely earned his pay with backing him off on some of those shots that he was wanting to do. So that was cool to see. But it's like, if you're his old caddy, it's like, oh shit, he wins the next one.
It's got to be a terrible feeling. And to your point too, like, can you imagine first week on the job? I think somebody tweeted out, you walk away with $270K.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what a start. Yeah. I mean, other than that, other PGA Tour news. Pretty good on Bubba for resigning.
That was nice of him.
Yeah, allowing those guys to get into the KFT finals. Good move.
Well, I like that. Like, Monday Q and all those guys. I mean, they didn't go after him, but they were. They didn't stop bringing it up on Twitter. And him being a social media guy, it's like it shows you the power of social media.
I was just gonna say that's the power. I mean, whether you're an individual or a businessman, somebody comes after you on social media, it's hard to get away from it. To your point, Monday Q, I think I saw the par train, a bunch of guys texting or tweeting at Bubba. And then once he released his statement to Monday Q, then everybody kind of went after the PGA Tour. That was cool. And then I listened to Monday Q's podcast, The Grind. They had Chris Nagel on there. And then he even mentioned that, like, a bunch of guys, agents, kind of went after the PGA Tour and was like, hey, Bubba resign. It's now your move. So he was definitely on. But good on them to get those guys, a potential life-changing, PGA Tour card. So that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah.
What did you think about the Cam Smith ruling?
I didn't even like him. I didn't even know that you couldn't put it on the line, to be honest with you. It definitely does suck that it was almost, I mean, I don't know if it was 24 hours, but they waited to the next day. I can't imagine sitting on the driving range and getting that news. That probably pissed me off pretty much. But especially with, everybody's conspiracy of the Live Tour bullshit, type deal thing. So that was interesting to follow on Twitter. But I mean, that's the rule. That's the rule. I mean, he took it pretty well. I mean, he was a man about it, I thought, and just went and tried to do his business. Especially like, I'm sure you didn't catch it, but when he tried that flop shot on that par 5-3, the third hole when he was behind the trees.
I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, like he was literally the trees. He overhit and he shot the green, and he ended up being maybe just up on the side behind the trees in the back, and like everybody else would have punched out under the trees, right, to give yourself a better shot. And he's like, he's pretty much like, fuck it, and he flopped it over the trees and he got it on the green. It was an awesome shot. It was great, but he didn't. But he shot even, so it kind of sucks,
Yeah.
Whether he goes to live or not, I like him a lot, and that was just kind of that's gotta hurt,
Yeah, so not so much the ruling. I guess I should have been a little bit more clear. The time that it took for the ruling to come out, I think, is bullshit.
Yeah,
and it should be by the time he signs his card. If no official or onlookers have called it in or whatever, which is another bullshit rule. If nobody has said anything, by the time he signs his card, it should be done.
Yeah,
you shouldn't be able to come back the next day and be like, oh, this happened yesterday, so now you like that. To me is kind of bullshit. The rule itself, I have no problem with. It's just kind of the timing, how that rule's announced. But
I mean, that goes back to Alexi. What was it, a couple years ago with the major? Yeah, I mean, it sucks because no other sport does that, right? You don't have a whole 24 hours to get back to the player and say,
right.
And I think Shotgun Start talked about that. Like, you don't see like a baseball call coming back the next day or whatever. So that did suck, but we'll see. I mean, it'll be
to your point. I don't understand why they don't adapt the replay rule. Like, have a couple more officials out there with speakers in their ear. Take 5 minutes, review it, and I get that's going to stir up the whole pace of play gallery, but at least the ruling's done with and it's over with. Like, you can move on. You don't lose sleep about it at night, wondering if some guy's going to call in, about a rule.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe they could do something like that. That would be pretty cool.
It was a good weekend for golf, though, with the KFT as well. I mean, I thought the top 25, I mean, not many people moved, but some of those videos coming out of the guys that actually made it and stuff, that was cool to see. So all around, I thought it was a great golf weekend for the most part. So, obviously, all on Sunday with the results.
It was a good golf weekend. Did you hear about the meeting today that Tiger's attending?
Yeah, the memes are by far the most entertaining thing on Twitter right now. Oh, yeah. I mean, people are creative as shit with this whole situation. I have honestly laughed out loud so much this morning with some of these memes. I think I sent you one. The one I sent you, I was like crying laughing about it. It was with Ari Gold. It was great. Yeah,
the Billy Ho one that I tweeted out yesterday I literally laughed out loud at work. I was dying just because I hate Billy Ho so much. And like, what's his name from The Office? Kind of just, it's just like a perfect fit. And then the way that GIF went, like, I was dying. I wonder what's going to come of it. I've heard a lot of talk about, going the Davis Love route and players boycotting majors.
There's no way. There is no way in hell that they're going to boycott the Masters or anything like that.
Right. So a lot of talk. I'm sure we'll find out here shortly via Twitter this evening. Somebody will have an insider about what the meeting was about, I'm sure. So that's going to be interesting to see.
Well, I mean, like with Ricky talking his comments yesterday or 2 days ago, it sounds like, he's more committed to the tour than going to live. So there must be obviously some changes coming, especially with this meeting. I was laughing though with, did you see when Liv's official handle tweeted out the picture of the course, Rich Harvest Farms with the Liv logo in the water? You see all the comments saying it's not Chicago. It's not Chicago.
Yeah.
I was dying with that too.
I saw somebody quoted that tweet and like in quotations put just outside of Chicago. It's literally 45 minutes. But I'm super interested to see what happens with that. I wonder how, involved Tiger is going to get. I wonder, it seems like the players kind of want Jay out.
Right. Yeah.
But they don't have the majority vote. I know that. I think it's like a 60-40 ownership in the board members. Players only have 40% say or whatever it is. So even if they did want them out, technically they couldn't. But it would be crazy to see. I mean, I don't know if it would ever happen, but like can you imagine if Tiger Woods stepped in? It would be unbelievable.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't see it.
No, it's not going to happen. But I'm just saying, maybe from a player perspective, a former player, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see. It'd be much more of a player's tour. So moving on there, Rob, who do you like this week in the BMW?
I mean, I was disappointed with Rory's play. Obviously, Spieth missed the cut, I believe. So that was kind of a kick in the...
You believe, or he did?
He did, right?
Oh, he missed the cut.
Yeah, that was a kick in the dick. I don't know, man. JT ended with a chip in on 18 on Sunday. I feel like, he's got a shot. Glover played great on Sunday. That was awesome. Scott, dude. I thought the new graphic was awesome where they showed the scorecard, right? And that after each hole, they showed like their position. Did you catch that?
No.
Oh, okay. So like, it was cool, like to see where Scott was starting on Sunday because he fired an unbelievable, front nine, right? And it kept on showing like he got up to like 20 or was it 24th or something like that. But it's really cool to see that graphic on some of these guys and how Scott played on Sunday was great. So I don't know. Rahm's putting was just, he even admitted it. It wasn't good. So I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting to see because the 70 guys in there. Cam Smith's not playing. So, and Scotty Scheffler wasn't anything special this weekend too. So I really couldn't tell you who I would go out, with as an overall pick.
Well, I like Glover's odds, and he's actually tees long shot. So we'll jump.
Oh, is he?
Oh yeah, Glover's 200-1. Love.
Oh wow.
Yeah, huge. Bradley 90-1. Scott 60-1. There you go. Xander 18-1, and T's favorite again, John Rahm 14-1, and you could book it with T. Is Rahm going to wake up? Is that putter going to get hot?
I don't know, man. That Glover 200-1 is awesome. Oh. Gotta love a guy that doesn't play with a glove. I think it's great.
I mean, those odds, no pun intended, Glover, no glove.
Yeah.
Those odds, give me those odds on anybody and I'll take them.
Yeah.
I mean, the long shot there is great. I kind of like the Xander call, and I do like your Scott call. So those are probably two of the guys in Glover, of course, who I'll take. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited. I plan on catching a lot of the Beyond. Did you see the course they're playing at this week? It's right on.
I caught a little bit on the stuff on Twitter today, but not really dove into it.
Looks beautiful. It's in Delaware, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. Going not to harp on the whole, links versus Parkland, but this course just, this course fits my eye. I saw a picture on, I think PGA Tour tweeted it, and I'm like, there you go. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's a course I want to play. So I'm super interested to see that. I'm seeing how this is all going to shake out. We're going to jump right into the top three.
Side note, before you get into the top three, did whoever reached out about the tomahawk not being my number one steak, did they realize that I did talk about the tomahawk steak last week though? It was my first time having one.
Oh, that was your first time having one?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. No, he did not. He did not say that. He just
okay. All right.
I will inform him. I know Jeff is an avid listener, so I'm sure he'll hear this.
Okay.
I think he was more concerned about the tomahawk just not being in your top three.
Okay. Yeah. No. That was the first time having one.
Yeah. Oh, has it moved into your top three already?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, it just caught me off guard. Everybody has their different tastes, man. To come after me like that was kind of
hey.
That was worse than the calm comment in the beginning of this.
At the end of this year, I think what we should do is we're going to edit all the pods and we're going to put together a video of Rob's top threes. All of his top threes. And some people may say it's the voice of the voiceless.
Okay.
But, you never know. Like you said, some people have different tastes. So there might be people that are with you. You never know.
I mean,
Speaking of, Vince got in on the comments. He wasn't too happy about the Rudy comment.
I told you he lives and breathes Notre Dame.
That's unfortunate as well. Yeah, I saw the
so
comment.
Mix that in with no hot dog review that he didn't get to have a hot dog. He wasn't a happy camper. Yeah, he was all fired up.
Yeah, it's too bad. Hopefully, Notre Dame has a 500 season this year. They could bounce back from last year. Top three, Rob. Are you ready?
All right. Yeah, let me hear him.
All right. Summer's winding down here, Rob.
Sure.
And I've been eating a ton of this lately, and that is ice cream. I want to know your top three ice creams, whether that's in a cone, in a concrete mixer, in a blizzard, in a bowl, doesn't matter. I just want to know.
It's kind of hard, man. I don't eat sweets. Gave it up for Lent when I was 15 at D and haven't had it since.
15 years. You were 15 years old.
Yeah. Gave it up for
40.
Oh, wow.
38.
38. Relax, man. Don't be throwing out that 40. Yeah.
You're closer to 40 than you are 35.
Sure. Okay.
So you're telling me, hold on, you're telling me you haven't eaten ice cream in 25 years?
Nope. Haven't.
Literally.
23 years. But who's doing the math, Brother Rice?
That's like even at family parties when there's cake and ice cream?
No, nothing. Candy bars, nothing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
See, I get into spurts with candy. Like I'm not a candy guy. And if I do, it's more of like sour shit. But ice cream,
yeah, you're all for it. Yeah.
How about this? I'll give you an alternative.
No. I mean, I could tell you right now, like, used to eat a thing of Oreos coming home after school, like a whole thing to myself. So it was a little tense. But my favorite ice cream when I had it was, number 3 hole would have to be just good old chocolate chip cookie dough. Give me that. The 2 hole would have to be, I was a huge Reese Pieces fan. So give me that Reese Pieces Blizzard from DQ.
Oh, yeah.
And my number 1 is shout out to my Nana. She makes homemade ice cream cake, and she does half of it. She makes the crust with crushed up Oreo.
Oh, yeah.
Half of it is vanilla and half of it is mint chocolate chip. Okay. And then you got a layer of, melted fudge, some frozen whipped cream, all topped up with sprinkles. So that'd be my number 1 go-to.
I was going to say there's some Cool Whip in there too. My mother-in-law also makes that, and it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that, to be honest. But that is a staple for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh, everybody, anytime me or cousins or my sister had a birthday, that was our request, was the homemade ice cream cake.
Yeah. My 3 hole. I will go chocolate peanut butter on a waffle cone.
Okay. All right.
Waffle cone guy.
Yeah.
As you'll see, I'm very specific here. Big cone guy in general.
Yeah. I was going to say honorable mention would be DQ dip cone with in the strawberry.
Ooh. Okay. Number 2 is going to be a concrete blizzard or a concrete mixer, vanilla Reese's peanut butter cup. Right?
Is that Culver's?
Culver's, yeah.
Okay.
Number 1, old school. My Tasty Free guy. You mentioned it. My Tasty Freeze guys will remember it. I'm going vanilla cone or vanilla ice cream on a sugar cone, dipped in chocolate as the number 1. Straightforward. Doesn't get better than that. It kind of tastes like a Dove bar.
Yeah. My actually, one of my best friends, Gargano, his dad, they owned the Tasty Freeze on Pulaski growing up.
On what Pulaski?
That'd be just north of 63rd. So between 63rd. Yeah. It's more not past your 95th. I get that.
No. I was hoping, or I was Yeah, I was hoping you were going to say the one on like 84th and Pulaski, because that's the one I grew up. That's the one I grew up on.
Gotcha.
It's no longer there. Honorable mention, same Tasty Freeze, vanilla cone, sprinkles.
Just sprinkles.
Sprinkles.
Just simple.
Simple.
Oh wow. Okay.
Simple guy, Rob.
Are you a Cold Stone guy?
No, don't like people playing with my food. That's all for show.
What are you talking about?
It's like hibachi and
like
Cold Stone. Cold Stone's all for show. Like it's for families to go in there and they roll around your ice cream. Just give me the scoop of ice cream, put it on the cone. See you later.
I mean, you get full like candy bars in there though.
Yeah, but that's nonsense. I mean, you're just wasting time / money. Look at Baskin Robbins. All of that shit's chopped up already. Throw it in the bowl, stick it in the shake mixer. Boom, get them out of here.
Okay, all right.
Turn and burn, baby.
How do you feel about chocolate cake shake from Portillo's?
Love it.
Okay, all right.
Love it. Yeah, my wife was addicted to Cold Stone, and then I kind of slowly graduated her and switched her over to Culver's because I hated Cold Stone.
Okay.
I was just in there too long. I'm like, this is getting out of control.
You want your ice cream now?
I want, yeah. Now. I don't have patience for that. So,
another great top three, man.
Nonetheless, a great top three. I think you'll probably be in the majority of listeners with that top three, Rob. So hopefully we hear nothing but good remarks. But until next time, big guy, we'll see you in the fairway.
See you in the fairway, Tom.
See you, buddy.